Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review of Little Women of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 15. The name of this one is The Final Cut. So this is the episode where they're going to actually, the artists are actually going to perform the last performance to see who is going to go on tour with the street execs. Alright, so let's get started. This episode was boring. It was really boring. And today's Thursday, so one is coming, the next episode is coming on tonight. The one after this is coming on tonight. And this is boring, so I'm just going to try and go through this quickly. Okay? So this starts out with Minnie and Moni Love. They're at the place. I don't know if it's the studio, but they're at the place where they do their podcast. And Moni Love and Minnie, they're talking about Minnie's birthday party. And on air, they're not on air yet while they're talking about birthday party, but then they get on air, and Moni Love asks Minnie how is her managing going. Her managing these two artists, how is that going? And Minnie tells Moni Love that her solo artist is saying how she's showing favoritism to the Tiny Twins. And they talk about that for a little while. Like I said, nothing great happened. So Minnie talks about them doing the final performance to see which artist is gonna go on tour. So next up is Amanda and her husband Jordan. They're at home. No, they're not at home. They go to a restaurant, a Hawaiian restaurant. And Amanda tells Jordan that he's sexy, and he actually blushes. It's good to see a man blush, right? They discuss their wedding and who cried at the wedding. And Amanda tells Jordan that she's really happy with Minnie being her manager. And she tells him that she's nervous about the final cut performance. And he says, he's going to be supportive of her. And they're just a cute couple, and I wish them well. They're just so cute together. So next scene is Bree is in Texas at Emily's door, knocking at Emily's door, ringing her bell. Emily answers the door. Well, she went to Texas because Emily had called her. Last episode, Emily had called her and told her that I was admitted to the hospital, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So Bree drops everything and rushes out there with her kids and rushes out to Texas to be with Emily. And Emily's home. She ain't admitted to no hospital. She's home chilling. And then Emily tells Bree, it was a false alarm. I think Emily just brushed Bree out there because she doesn't want Bree to do the performance. So Bree does tell Emily that I'm going to go back to do the performance, and then I'm going to come back to help you with, with your delivery and your baby. And Emily's not happy with that. She's like, that sucks, But we'll see what happens. Next up is Bree, Bumpman, and Minnie. They're at the studio, and it's not Bree. Abira, Bumpman, and Minnie. They're at the studio, and they're doing tune-ups or rehearsal for the upcoming performance, the final cut performance. And Bree's, why don't I keep calling her Bree? Abira is on stage with her mic, and she's practicing, and she's not looking happy. She's looking down. Her face looks sour. She has no energy. And Bumpman and Minnie try to tell her, don't just stand in one place of the stage. They're giving her tips, move around and stuff. And then she's telling Minnie, I got this. I know what I'm doing. So whatever. So yeah, Abira is still salty about Minnie showing favoritism to the twins because they got a video and she didn't. They got to do a music video, and she didn't. So she's still pissed about that. So GC and Juicy shows up to the studio, and GC talks to Bumpman and Abira about their performing at the final cut. He seems to have confidence in them. So he asked Minnie where the twins were, and she said they're running late. See, I like the twins. I want them to win, but you're running late. You got GC waiting on you. this is what you want to do. This is what, you know, this is what you want. This is your career. Andrea, you know, left her kids because this will help her make money for her kids, and she's late. Minnie said something about them being in traffic. I'm pretty sure they're used to the Atlanta traffic by now. Come on, I'm disappointed in them being late. I am. And GC asked Juicy where Bree was, and Juicy said she hasn't heard from Bree. So Bree goes to Texas to be with Emily, and she doesn't even call her manager to tell her manager that. That's so. I don't understand her. So yeah, she tells GC that she hasn't heard from Bree. And then her other artists, Coco Kiss and Amaretta, they're not there either. They couldn't make it. So if I was GC, I would have been pissed. 5 artists couldn't make it, and he's there to see them, you know, rehearse, to give them tips and, you know, coach them or whatever, and they're not there. That's crazy to me. Anyway, GC tells them that he won't be at the Final Cut performance, but he wants them to kill it. He said, what did he say? He said, "This will you will either make it or break it." That's what he says. So Bumpman gets on stage with his mic, and he does his little tune-up or rehearsal, and he's there with a lot of energy. Looks good on stage, but his pants are falling down. I wish he'd pull his daggone pants up. I don't like that, Bumpman. Pull your pants up. I know that's the style. Guys wearing their pants hanging off of their butt, but come on. Ugh. So irritating to see guys with their pants hanging off their damn butt. I don't like it. Anyway, Abira does her tune-up for GC. And Juicy likes Abira. You know, she's like, you know, thinking that, wow, Abira is really doing good. Now she's thinking she wants Abira to be her client. But Abira was her client before, and Abira fired her because she wasn't doing enough. Just like she's accusing Minnie of not doing enough for her, she accused Miss Juicy of not doing enough for her, so she had fired Miss Juicy. So why Miss Juicy thinks she's going to want her, you know, want her back? I don't know. So GC gives Abira and Bumpman a little pep talk and told them that he's proud of them because he sees improvement. When they were on stage, he saw improvements in them, so he said he's proud of them. So after GC leaves, the twins show up, and Minnie pulls them aside. Abira is pissed that they were late, and Minnie pulls them aside, and she gives them a little bit of a firm talking to, and they apologize. But I'm still disappointed in them. I think they should have. I think they should have made 100% effort of being there on time. Anyway, yeah, she Vera is upset that the twins were late, and she's just mumbling stuff under her breath. But she didn't go off. She didn't lose her temper like she usually does. But I think the reason she didn't do that was because Bumpman is there, and she doesn't want him to see how crazy she can get. So Juicy's at her office, and she FaceTimes with Bree, and Juicy asks her why wasn't she at the rehearsal, and she says because she's in Texas to be with Emily. And Miss Juicy says, so what about the performance? She goes, she don't. Bree says, I don't know. Didn't she tell Emily that she was gonna go back and make it? Now she's saying she don't know. She's in her little confessional. She said it depends on if Emily needs her or not. That depends on if she goes back to do the performance or not. Okay, so Juicy says in her confessional that Bree is sacrificing her career for Emily, which that's how it seems, right? So Bumpman and Abira, they meet up at this little bar/restaurant, and he's playing darts. She comes in, they greet each other, they have shots, and then they have drinks. And Abira is telling Bumpman how she feels about Minnie showing favoritism to the twins, and he actually comes to Bumpman actually comes to Minnie's defense and said, well, give her some time. You know, maybe she has something up her sleeve. Maybe she has something for you. But then he goes on to say that Miss Juicy is the better manager, because he's saying how knows people and she's in the loop and she knows what she's doing and she has more experience. You know, in one breath he's saying, give Minnie a chance, and in the next breath he's saying how wonderful Miss Juicy's manager skills are. So I don't know whose side he's on or what, but I guess he's playing devil, what is it, devil advocacy? I don't know. Yeah, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Devil advocacy. So, anyway, he's on both sides. He ain't on nobody's side. So, they're done talking about that. And Bumpman, they're playing darts, and the dart board is about that big. It's a pretty big sized dart board. I play darts. I mean, and he says, if I get it in the circle, you'll go home with me. No. Anybody can hit that circle. I can close my eyes and hit that circle with the dart. I can turn my back and hit that circle. No, how about if you hit a bullseye, then she should go home with you. But she said, okay, and he hits the circle, flings the dart, hit the circle, and they leave out together. I ought to say, you gotta hit that bullseye for me to go home with you. Come on, you gotta do something great. I mean, what the hell? The board is this big. Who's gonna miss that board? Really? Come on, Bumpman. Anyway, see what happens next. Let's see what happens next. It was so boring, this episode. Oh, I noticed that Abira doesn't have them film at her house, and she doesn't have them filming her kids. I'm glad, you know, because there's crazy people out there. You don't need people seeing your house and seeing your kids. So they never ever show her house or her kids, and I think that's good. I don't blame her for not having them filming her kids or her house. I don't blame her at all. Because I noticed they always, whenever her and Bumpman go out on a date, they always meet at the restaurant. And he never picks her up, you know. So she don't even want them to see the type of street she live on. She don't want them to see nothing. Anywho, the twins are out shopping for accessories for their outfit for the performance. And they're talking about how Abira is, I think I have an eyelash in my eye or something. Feel something. They're talking about how Abira is hating on them and how she's rude and the attitude she has towards them, and they don't like it, and how she don't support them and they support her, and yeah, they're just talking about that. So what's next? Juicy meets up with Abira. Juicy's trying to slide in there. She's trying to get Abira back to be her client. So Juicy calls Abira and they meet up for lunch. And Abira was telling Juicy how Minnie is playing favoritism. This is what this whole episode is about. Minnie is playing favoritism to the twins, and she don't feel like Minnie is doing enough for her. She said, just like you did. So, you know, she's telling Juicy that you and her, both of you, weren't doing enough for me. I want my music out there. I want stuff to be happening, and y'all are not doing enough for me. And she said she feels like she's the best manager for herself. And it's true. She doesn't seem to be able to work with anybody. She can't work with Juicy. She can't work with Minnie. She should just go manage herself. But without Minnie, she wouldn't have been on this clientele for the tour. She wouldn't be being considered for this tour without Minnie, because Juicy wasn't messing with her. Juicy counted her out. Minnie's the one that went to her and, you know, offered this to her. So show some loyalty, Abira. Come on. Dang. Yeah, she just show some loyalty to Minnie. Minnie got her on the tour, you know, got her in the door with the street exec. So she just show some loyalty and just relax. And then Juicy tells Abira that don't expect Minnie to make miracles for you. Well, Juicy couldn't make miracles for Abira either. That's why Abira fired her. So, you know, what is she talking about? So Amanda and Jordan, they're at home. I love Amanda's braids or cornrows. So they're home, and Jordan asks Amanda about the tour interfering with their honeymoon. And Amanda tells him that they need to push their honeymoon back for the tour. So then he says, so while you're on tour, what am I going to do? She said, well, you can come on tour if you want to or not. It's up to you. And he's like, you look like he's got his feelings hurt. He goes, you don't want me on the tour? And she was like, yeah, I want you on the tour, but I don't want to stop you from doing your hustle. And he said, well, I'll support you. I'll always support you. That is so nice. I need a Jordan in my life. Please, one Jordan coming up for me. I will order a Jordan. I need a Jordan in my life. Yeah. He is so sweet. He said, I will support you. So that means if she goes on tour, he's going to be there, right there with her. I don't blame him. Because somebody might snatch her up. So, yeah, I don't blame him. Minnie and Abira meet up at a restaurant. And Abira actually apologizes to Minnie for going off on her at her birthday. See, that's what I don't like about Abira. One minute she goes off on you, then she apologizes. Then she goes off on you, then she apologizes. Then she goes off on you, then she... I can't deal with somebody like that. No. It's going to come to a point where your apologies aren't going to mean anything. I mean, she's like a child in the store throwing a tantrum. That's probably what she did when she was a kid. Her and her mom goes to the store, she asks for a toy, her mom tells her no, and she lays on the floor and throws a tantrum. You see kids doing that all the time. Kids like that, I can't deal with kids like that. And that's probably the type of kid she was. You know, throwing it. It seems like when everything is going smoothly, she's fine, everything's cool. But as soon as one little hiccup happens, she blows up. She's an adult. She needs to learn how to control herself. I mean, really? I couldn't deal with somebody like that. I really couldn't. No matter who you are, I couldn't deal with somebody like that. You expect life to be a smooth sailing? No. Life has all kinds of hiccups. More hiccups than smooth sailing as you get through life. So you gotta be able to control yourself. Anywho, what was next? Oh yeah. So Abira apologized to Minnie about going off on her at her birthday party. And then she explains how she feels like Minnie is, showing favoritism to the twins, and they have a little talk, and Minnie says, if you're going through the mud, I'm going through the mud with you, and Minnie kind of calmed her down, talked her off the ledge a little bit. But, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was going to say. Yeah, at the end, they seem okay with each other. I think what Minnie should do is get Abira to do 2 music videos. Since she's so upset that the twins got to do 1 music video, let her do 2 music videos, let Abira do 2 music videos, and maybe she'll calm down. Maybe she'll be alright with that. Because I don't know what the hell is her problem. Why she's just crazy. So in her interview or her confessional, Abira says she's going to give Minnie 1 more chance. She just needs to go off and manage herself, because she's a difficult person to work with. Nobody want that. Nobody need that. So Bree calls Juicy and tells her that she is in the hospital with Emily. Apparently Emily was having contractions during the night, so she rushed Emily to the hospital, and she let Juicy know that she won't be there to do the performance because Emily is in the hospital. And Miss Juicy don't really care. Miss Juicy said, okay, keep me in touch and everything, but Miss Juicy don't really care because she has Amaretto, Coco Kiss, and Bumpman. So she don't really care about that Brie anymore. No. So now it's time for the Final Cut performance. The twins and Minnie are there, and I don't like their outfit. Oh my gosh. They are wearing this outfit with stripes going across. Colorful, big, wide stripes going across. Okay. Stripes going across make you look short and chunky. Stripes going vertical make you look tall and slimmer because the stripes are long. So stripes vertical make you look taller and slimmer. Stripes going horizontally makes you look shrunken and are already tiny people. So no, I don't like their outfit at all. And then they always wear these short outfits that ride up their butt when they're twerking. I wish they wouldn't wear stuff like that. I really wish they... I don't like that. I don't like it at all, no. I wish they wouldn't wear stuff like that. I guess it looks good when they're twerking. It makes gives the twerking effect more of a oomph. But I don't like it when it rides up their butt. Do a little short thing. I hate when they wear stuff like that. And they seem to wear stuff like that a lot. I hate it. Oh, but their braids look nice. Their cornrow look really good. And their makeup look good too. Alright. So what's that? Okay, Coco Kiss and Amaretta And Bumpman and Juicy, they're in their room. They're in a separate room, waiting. And Juicy introduced everybody to each other. And Juicy think that one of her artists is gonna get the spot with the street exec. And I think she's right. I think she's right. Okay, so back in the room with the twins, Abira shows up. I don't like her outfit either, but I saw previews, and I think she takes that outfit off. She has the outfit that she's gonna perform in is under what she's wearing, because she's wearing this long dress all the way down to her ankles with boots on. So I think she's gonna. I saw previews of the episode that's gonna come on tonight, and I think she takes that off. She has on a little black sparkly outfit. So she walks in and she goes, "What's up?" Tickling my throat. She says, "What's up?" And nobody speaks to her. But you know what? I think they probably spoke to her, but the producers cut that out because they want it to seem like there's friction. Even though there is friction, the twins are annoyed with her for being a jerk, you know. But she said, "What's up?" and nobody said anything. But I think they probably did. Even Minnie, they didn't show Minnie saying "What's up?" or "Hi, how are you?" I think the producers cut that out. But yeah. And what else happened? She throws shade. Abira said, "Well, it's good to see that everyone's on time." Shut up. You're on time. They're on time. Everybody's on time. Be quiet. It's over and done with them being late before. This is a different day. Shut up. She's trying to start crap. But the twins didn't take her bait. They just kept their cool. They didn't say anything bad to her. What does she want? She want a fight at this time and place right here, right now? Is she crazy? Then she says she's there because she's trying to feed her kids. She's trying to get her music popping to feed her kids. Well, if that's the case, Abira, keep your mouth shut. Don't try to start crap. Why would you do that? If you're doing this music thing for your kids, then you keep your mouth shut and you don't try to start crap. You just don't. I don't get people. I don't understand people. If you have a goal, keep your eyes on the prize and fight for that goal, and stop trying to throw a wrench in your own plan. I don't get it. Anyway, back into the room with Juicy and her crew. Aunt Sue shows up. She's the founder of some type of support, financial support for artists or something like that. Yeah, she shows up and she introduced everybody to Aunt Sue. So back in with the twins, their room, they're nervous. And Abira says she's nervous also. So Minnie said, "Let's go out and go get something to drink to calm us down." So it's almost time for them to go on stage, and they're all sitting together in this little area, the artists and the managers. And Al, the CEO of the street execs, actually comes over and says hello to every single one of them, the artists and the managers. Thought that was nice. So he personally greeted everybody. So Amaretta is first to perform. Amaretta's song was slow. I think she should have sang something fast to hype the crowd up. She sang a slow song, and she didn't really have any stage presence. She wasn't dancing or anything. She just moving back and forth from here to there on the stage, and she sang a slow song. So it wasn't entertaining, and the song was slow, and it's not even a song that anybody knows. It's one of her songs. Now, if she's gonna do that, at least sing a song that people know so they can be into it, you know? She's singing a song that only she knows. And you have to, when you do that, when you sing a song like that, and an artist sing a song that only they know, you have to actually listen to the words and listen to the beat to see if it's a catchy tune or. But I just think it wasn't. I think her performance wasn't that great to me. The song sounded okay, sounded like it had a little catchiness to it, but I think her performance was mediocre. It was a slow song, so the crowd wasn't hyped. She doesn't really have any stage presence. She wasn't dancing or anything. I just didn't like her. Her performance was okay. It was mediocre. The song was okay, but her stage presence wasn't that great. Okay, next up was Coco Kiss. Now, Coco Kiss, she also sang a slow song, but she had stage presence. She had on a nice, long, red, sexy dress that had a split all the way up to her thigh. She had on these thigh-high boots, and she was doing her little dance. She was winding down and winding up and being sexy. She had some stage presence. Even though she sang a slow song there, nobody knew, she had stage presence. So she's one up on Amaretta. Okay, so Bumpman was next, and Bumpman was live. He brought the energy to the crowd. Everybody was, yeah, yeah. He brought the energy to the crowd. I think Bumpman should get it. Out of all of them, I think Bumpman should get it. He has talent. I like his songs, and he hypes the crowd up. He was jumping up and down all over the stage, and he need to pull his damn pants up. But yeah, Bumpman brought the energy to the stage, and that was good. But then, when he was done, he announced his Abira. Abira comes on stage and bends over, her forehead almost touching the stage, and her wig flipped over. I thought her wig was gonna fall off, and her butt up in the air, and Bumpman is rapping behind her, grinding, or Now everybody was like, "What? What is Abira doing?" That wasn't good. But yeah, that's what she did. Butt up in the air, head to the floor, and he's behind her, just dancing suggestively, grinding, while rapping. Everybody was like, "What? What's going on? What's Abira doing?" That was raunchy. I didn't like it at all, not one bit. Okay, so next was, what happened next? Oh, the Tiny Twins were next. And I think, what's his name? Al said something about them looking like lifesavers. Yeah, that's exactly what they look like. Colorful, horizontal stripes. They did look like lifesavers. But he didn't say it in a bad way. He made it seem like tasty. But yeah, they did look like lifesavers. Anyway, they get on stage and they're doing well. But Abira is on the side of the stage yelling and screaming, "Tiny Twins! Twins!" and making all kinds of noise. And just screaming and making all kinds of noise and dancing suggestively and laying back and doing all kinds of stuff. And Al told her to shut up. And it's not her time to be on stage, and shut up. So that was it. That was it. She was distracting the twins and distracting people from watching the twins. So she effed the twins up. She messed them up. She messed up their performance. Basically messed them up. So that was that. That was the end of that episode. And one is coming on tonight. So I'm going to be watching that one. And I will be back probably next week, yeah. Or maybe this weekend to give you my review on tonight's episode. Okay, Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Bye.